today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
But I got a feeling that this last hour trading is going to be gangbusters. Liz Clayman, I'm buckled up. I'm ready to watch this last hour trading as we continue to assess what the Fed really means here.
Yeah, what the Fed really means. Yeah, this morning the market opened up again, up 300 points. What did the Fed really mean? And what did I say to my gang members? My gang members will tell you this. I said to them, no. By the end of the day, I said this market will be negative, and I'm going to play that cut the second segment. This is ridiculous. Yesterday was ridiculous. I mean, it was a nothing burger. Powell, if he was independent, truly independent. Now, you got to remember, let's go back to what's going on here. Powell's not independent. Powell, remember, was first appointed to the Fed as a board member, one of the 11, by Obama. It wasn't until Trump appointed him the chair. Now, you know that Biden will do anything to disassociate himself with any policy that Trump had or that created. Greatest example, he turns around and we were finally, after 50 years, more than that, oil independent. And Powell said, no, we don't want to be oil. That's an achievement. That's an achievement made by Trump. No, we got to back that out. No longer are we going to be oil independent. No, let's not do that. We're going to go back and we're going to depend on the Saudis. We'll beg them for oil. I made this great decision, remember? So are you telling me if he went that far and he got rid of everything that Trump did, that he was going to leave Powell on? No, he left Powell on because he made a decision with Powell. He made a decision with him. I'll guarantee you, he told Powell, look, I'll reappoint you, but you got to do what I tell you to do, which means that we cannot taper in any manner that's going to hurt QE or hurt any of the purchases that we do for our balance sheet, such as go in and monetize debt of corporations, monetize debt of the bank, monetary debt of the banks, corporations, and our government. No, you can't do that. And it's obvious. He made that deal. So yesterday, let's think about what happened. After he made his decision that he was only going to cut $60 billion, there was a big relief rally. Everybody went, thank God, he's only going to cut $60 billion. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to say, today we're going to announce it's over. The $120 billion a month after 13 years, which created the biggest, highest inflation ever, is over. It's killing our people. Coffee went up 102% because of it. Gasoline, oil's up 55%. Gasoline's up 42%. Beef's up 35%. Chicken's up 22%. We got to stop this. This is crazy. But they didn't. He came out and he said, we'll go with $60 billion. Do you know with the remaining $60 billion, nothing changes? And when people figure that out, and I said this yesterday, ask my members. And I said this morning in my coffee talk. Nothing changes. $60 billion is a lot of money. They can continue to keep interest rates near zero for a long time. So that's the first problem. That's why there was the big relief. People, oh, thank God. But here's another reason why the shorts came in and covered their short positions. Everybody was shorting big tech stocks. Everybody was shorting the bank stocks. Remember how they're all going down? Well, they came in and changed their positions there and said, no, we're not going to short them anymore because this is great what he's going to do. So then the other big relief was, oh, okay, now remember, I got a mandate. Now, I know we're going to do 7 rates over 3 years. Didn't you love that? 7 rate hikes over 3 years when the others, all the other chairs, the other chairmen, they would cut 7 rates in a month, or they would raise rates 7 rates in a month. 3 years? Are you nuts? What the hell is that? That's why there was a big relief rally. That's why it went up 383 points. People were excited. People were so excited. Oh my God, nothing's going to happen. We're going to just keep going. This is going to be wonderful. The party keeps going. The punch bowl full of cocaine is there. It's going to keep going. That's why we had the big rally. So he says, look, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do 3 cuts starting in March 2022, but there's a mandate. I have to be at full employment. That means I got to fill 11 million more jobs. What are you, nuts? Fill 11 million? How you got to fill 11 million more jobs when every policy that this administration puts in place is about disincentivizing work, going all the way back to the child tax credit? That's the other thing yesterday. The child tax credit, remember, it was over yesterday. And the child tax credit is one of the biggest disincentives to go to work. The child tax credit keeps more people out of work. Yes, it is yesterday, but what they didn't tell you yesterday, it's in his social bill. That 1.7 trillion, which is really 5 trillion, that social bill is back in there. When they pass that, the child tax credit comes back in, which is disincentive not to work. So how are you going to reach 11 million people? And there's all kinds of other stuff that disincentivizes work. Can you imagine, and they probably will, can you imagine if they get through the bill that they want to forgive all student loans? Do you know how many people have to get up in the morning and go to work just because they have a student loan they got to pay? Can you imagine if you forgave everybody's student loan, how many people wouldn't go to work? What, are you nuts? And you wonder why the market's all in the Nasdaq's down 403 points today when you had this idiot paying the same pain right before the crash of March 2020. Remember, this was pain right here.
Our economy is surging along. It's surging. It's a rocket ship.
Surging rocket ship. Remember, we had the crash. And now yesterday's going in today.
But I got a feeling that this last hour of trading is going to be gangbusters.
Oh, yeah, gangbusters. He came on talking about, look at the Nasdaq. Look how it went up. Unbelievable. Wow. People love this plan. Now the Nasdaq went from, I forgot what it was up yesterday at the end of the day, but I think it was like 300 points. What was it yesterday? You looking up? Okay, my producer was looking it up. With 328 points, he was all excited. I told my members this morning, it's going to go negative. And we opened up positive, and it went negative. We're now 420 negative after it was up 300 and some odd yesterday. So I said yesterday, the child tax credit, that's a bunch of BS. That's going to come back. But the biggest BS, why we had such a big relief rally, was that every investor started to think about it overnight and go, wait a minute, 7 rate hikes over 3 years, that's nothing. Oh, and he's got to fill 11 million jobs before the March 2022, the first of 3 occur. That's going to go way beyond March. How's he going to get 11 million? It may never happen. Oh, and by the way, take a look at his language. He even leaves enough wiggle room in his language. Yesterday he said he can bring back that $60 billion anytime he feels it's necessary. Same thing they did. Remember the last quarter of 2000 and 2018 when he said he was going to cut and taper. And then what happened? It failed. And they turned around the first quarter of 2019, added 5.2 trillion more money. It's just unbelievable the line that's going on.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, the market now totally negative. Yesterday, we were up over 300 points on a relief rally where they were relieved knowing that everything he was saying was not going to happen. They knew that there is a mandate that he has to put 11 million people back to work before he cuts the first rate of March 2022. They also realized that alone told everybody 7 rates over 3 years, that's insane. So if you take the mandate that prevents him to even cut the first rate in March 2022 and then consider 7 rates over 3 years, you know what the intent is, no rate cuts. Also, there was enough wiggle room in his language where he said he could bring back the $60 billion he cut it anytime he wants. Good, are you nuts? Here's the other thing we knew. That it was very obvious that Biden's in a jam. His back's against the wall. We're going to midterm elections. He's going to get crushed. The Democrats are going to get crushed. He knows that. Democrats know that. He had to tell Powell, I'm going to again reappoint you, but you can't do anything. You can't do anything, okay, to hurt the market. You got to stand up for the market, not for Main Street. Now, here's how we know this. If you look at the Fed's own economic GDP growth schedule, I'm not talking about the BLS. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve, their own estimate of economic growth. Get this. 2021, 5.5%. Here we go. 2022, 4%. 2023, 2.2%. 2024, 2%. 2025, 1.8%. So they know this inflation has killed our economy. When you are paying 101% more for coffee, you're paying 55% more for oil, paying 47%, 42% more for gasoline, you're paying about 22% more for chicken and beef. You just don't wipe that inflation up. This just doesn't happen. The only way you get rid of that is yesterday he should have said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of the whole entire $130 billion a month. That's gone. As of tomorrow morning, we're going to raise rates 1 full point. We are going to finally we're going to break the back of inflation. We're going to get coffee back down, gasoline back down. Now we're going to have a little pain, but we got to do it. We have no choice. That's what they should have said yesterday. But instead, they fooled everybody, lied to everybody yesterday. And I said this morning, when I saw the market was up, I said, it's going to go down. They can't hold this market today. I think I have that cut somewhere, but we'll find it for you. So again, so you got to think about this. Powell and Biden knew that the economy's growth was going down, not up. And then when you get these guys on the fake Business News Network who says crap like this, listen to this.
I don't think I've ever seen a Fed chief who prioritizes Main Street over Wall Street.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get racked the wrong one. Right here. I think this is the one.
But I got a feeling that this last hour trading is going to be gangbusters. Liz Clayman, I'm buckled up.
And then from there, he went on to say how the economy is strong. And then Powell said how the economy is strong.
The economy is so much stronger. I was here at the Fed.
There it is. Are you kidding? Stronger? He said it's so much stronger. And he knows the first quarter of this year we're in now, the economy was at 6.5%. Then it dropped to 6.6% or 6.4%. But then it got really hurt In the third quarter, 2.8% from 6.3%, 6.4%. And the last quarter we're in right now, they're projecting 1.8%. And now going into 2022, remember, the last quarter, 2021, they projected 5.5%, the Fed. We're going to come in at 1.8%. But regardless, they projected going back in the first quarter when we were at 6.5%, that the last quarter of 2021 would be 5.5%. And it's not. So they got a real problem. So here's the other thing that went on. So what they knew they had to do is just pretend they were trying to do something. Pretend. The one thing that the president knows, and Powell knows, all of them knows, okay, is that with the election coming up this coming year, that if they do anything to destroy this market, it's really going to be over. So they wanted to make sure they wouldn't. So here's what they did. They said, let's protect our banks, our corporations, and our government, meaning we pay off our debt, make sure we keep crushing the value of the dollar so that we can pay our debt back to China with, instead of writing them a check, the dollar keeps going down in value, so that means our debt goes down in value. Let's make sure we can go to the corporations, keep propping them up to get through next year's election, keep propping them up by buying all their garbage, put it on our balance sheet, giving them cash. Let's make sure we keep propping the banks up. And that's what they basically did yesterday when they said they were only going to do $60 billion. And then yesterday, it was all about protecting the top 1%, their annual income of $800,000 and their net worth of $10 million. Yesterday was all about protecting the 1/100th of 1% whose annual salary is $22 million and net worth of $100 million. That was their job yesterday, to protect that group right there, the owners. That was their job, to protect them, because they need them. They need their money for all this re-election. They need to protect them. They're not going to go in and destroy them and raise rates and kill their income. Are you kidding? When they're going to the top 1/100th of 1%, that's where all the money comes from for elections. This is crazy. And here's the other thing. They should be looking out for the best interests of the country. But the only way they could have done that if they said yesterday, we're getting rid of the whole $130 billion, not half, all of it. See, they should be looking out for the best interest of the country, the best interest of the Main Street population of 332 million. They should be looking out for the best interest of our 168 million workers. But they're not looking out for any of them because they don't care about them. They only care about the party, the party, the party. So what do? Make money off of this. That's what we do. Be right back and tell you how.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1 90020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing.
Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grande. Now, here's Phil.
Now the jingle hop.
SPY still red, right? Even though it gapped up this morning, it ran into an ugly face. The price is at the bottom of the candle right now. So you can't go long there, right? It's still red. The money's coming.
So who's that? That's Steve. He's the head of my education department here for Phil's Gang. There's no better trader than him. And every day, he goes through the member portfolio. So when you join the gang, you get access to our stock portfolio. During the 10 days, it's free. You still get access to it. And the one thing that you're going to learn when you first start out, and it's so easy with the color-coded chart, when to sell short. So when you have a crisis like today, when you were one of these people who got in and started to buy all the big tech stocks yesterday because you listened to this dope yesterday.
I don't think I've ever seen a Fed chief who prioritizes Main Street over Wall Street like this man.
Can you imagine him saying that? Can you imagine what he just, you hear what he said?
I don't think I've ever seen a Fed chief who prioritizes Main Street over Wall Street.
This is the same Cramer who lied about the economy.
To me, we have the strongest economy perhaps I have ever seen.
And he's the same guy that he lies so badly that the comedian took him over to Kohl's on a show. Can't remember his name. Jon Stewart, because he couldn't believe how Cramer was lying. He took him over to Kohl's. He lied about the strongest economy the other day. And then he lies about Powell.
I don't think I've ever seen a Fed chief who prioritizes Main Street over Wall Street.
No. Everything he's doing, he was reappointed to do just the opposite, to take care of the rich, the 1 percentile, and the 1/100th of 1 percentile. Are you kidding? If that wasn't the case, they would have yesterday announced stopping, not 60 billion, they would have stopped the 130 billion, 120 billion yesterday. And they would have raised rates. Come on. Are you kidding me? They're going to raise rates 7 times over 3 years? That's aggressive. They would have raised rates 4 times in 1 day. Not a quarter point, but they would have gone right to 1 point. Now listen to this. This is unbelievable. This is Kudlow now. Well, let me finish Cramer.
Chairman Powell, I want to thank you for being a person of your word. You're the only non-political guy left in Washington trying to help the people who've been left behind rather than worrying about keeping your own jobs.
No.
Can we please get a Federal Reserve with a backbone? I've got a couple of thoughts on today's wussy Fed announcement that they're kind of going to move faster on tapering bond purchases, and there might be 3 little bitty rate hikes next year. And oh yeah, Jay Powell told the press conference he was confident inflation would drop to 2% by the end of next year.
So he's got it right. Kudlow, for the first time, he's got it right. Well, Cramer, again, continues his usual lying. Kissing up to Powell. Oh, what a wonderful man. No, if he was a wonderful man, first of all, he would tell everybody, make sure you're in stocks that have relative strength. Make sure that you're in the best stocks. When this market goes down, make sure you're in stocks that aren't going down. That's called relative strength to protect yourself. Make sure. Make sure you know how to sell short. So, because there's not going to be any place to hide. There's not going to be anywhere to hide. So, know how to sell short the banks. Sell short any group. Learn how to sell short. If Powell was not a political tool, he should have addressed all the crises yesterday to justify why you get rid of the whole $120 billion in one shot, why you don't do 7 rate hikes over 3 years. You do it over a month to break the back. If Powell, if he wasn't a political tool, he would have said, look, I don't care about what the president says. I got to do what's right. I'm independent of the president. And he should have addressed all the crises brought about by this inflation. And this was an inflation bubble created by the bubble masters. And who are that? Our owners. They created the bubble.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear.
And they control the Federal Reserve. They're making a fortune. But if Powell was independent, he would have said, wait a minute. Due to the quantitative easing, due to the monetization of the debt of the banks, of the corporations, even the government's debt, we have crises, and I got to stop those crises. I got to stop the trade deficit crises, the budget deficit crises, the labor participation rate crises, the negative disposable income crises. That's right, we have negative disposable income. That's a hell of a crisis. That's why we lost half of our middle class. He should have said, I got to address the national debt crises. I got to address the wage crises in this country. I got to address 3 problems we got right now. Economic GDP growth crises, valuation crises. These stocks are way overpriced. And the inverted yield crisis, just telling us there's going to be a correction or a crash, and there's going to be a recession. He should have said there's 70 million people receiving Social Security. Nearly 300,000 a month. 300,000 people a month are retiring. 28 million retired just the last quarter. And he should have said, I got to look out for these people. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to raise rates 1 full point today, and I'm stopping the entire 120 billion. But he didn't. And yesterday, that's why the market went up. Because there was, oh, thank God. It's called a relief rally. But see, everybody started to think about it. They go, wait a minute. What's going on here? The more I think about it, this is crazy. Nothing's changed. They don't intend on cutting rates in March. That's BS. How can they cut rates in March when they have a mandate that says you got to fill 11 million jobs before you cut the first rate? How are you going to do that? Especially all the policies that are being put through on this 1.7 trillion social program is all to incentive. Most of it disincentivizes people going to work. So what do? Make money. So you buy stocks like we have been, called relative strength stocks. We're doing terrific with them. As this market is crashing, we're doing terrific with them. And then we're shorting the weakest stocks. We're shorting. And that's where we got to get you to. So that you get to a point like our members that they don't care what the economy is doing. I'm talking about from the stock perspective. They don't care if stocks go up or stocks go down because they make money in both directions. The problem why 80% of the people lose money in the stock market, because they're like a herd of cattle. They follow these fools. They follow these people that are on TV whose job is to make sure you buy. Like Payne.
But I got a feeling that this last hour trading is going to be gangbusters. Liz Clayman, I'm buckled up. I'm ready to watch this.
Yeah, he's buckled up, ready to watch. Then Kramer lying.
To me, we have the strongest economy. Perhaps I have.
Strongest economy? When I just went through the numbers, economic GDP growth. Even the Federal Reserve shows from 2021 to 2025, our economy is contracting, not increasing. That's why he did 7 rates over 3 years, which we're not going to see that March. That March rate is going to be extended for probably 10 years. Join my gang now so you can make money out of this.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Oh, the weather outside. Don't wait. Make it a prosperous new year with Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang team. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. And we'll see you on the charts.
The lights are turned way down low.
And welcome back. Now, the market has turned totally negative. This is after it rallied 300 points, 380 some odd points yesterday. This morning out of the gate, another almost 300 some odd points this morning. And now everything is negative. Everything's going. And here's what I said this morning. Early this morning, I said this to my members before the market opened.
Okay. All right. So bottom line, right now, the market is so screwed up. Don't be surprised the S&P doesn't end up, or Dow doesn't end up negative today, too. Yesterday was a bunch of crap.
And then what happened, Powell saw this today, the NASDAQ getting killed. He didn't know what to say. So here's what he does. Listen to him.
I actually think we are well positioned to deal with what's coming, with the range of plausible outcomes that can come.
Unbelievable. He's going through paper trying to find an answer. But this is just really funny right here. Watch what he does here. He turns around and watch, listen to this.
This is a strong economy, one in which it's appropriate for interest rate hikes.
And then this.
The average American household will spend $3,500 more this year to consume the same amount of goods and services as they did in 2019 and 2020.
But Powell, the liar.
This is a strong economy, one in which it's appropriate for interest rate.
And he's not going to raise rates because he knows it's not true. He knows it's not a strong economy. He went out there and he BS'd everybody. So here's what you do. Join my gang today. And by the way, go to my gift shop. We got some great things at the gift shop. And we're going to, I think it's tomorrow, we'll be putting in our gift shop how to short a stock. Videos on how to short a stock. Boy, you should get that. What a great gift that would be. What a great gift to yourself. How to short a stock. Go to my gift shop, our holiday gift shop. I mean, it's fun, but boy, we're going to be putting that in there tomorrow, and that should go off the shelves pretty fast. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Remember this number, 877-600-GANG, where we tell you the truth. We tell you the truth. They don't care about you. They don't care about Main Street. It was one big lie yesterday. They had no intention of raising rates. Why do you think they said we're going to put the first rate cut raise hike out in March? Because they knew they would never reach in March. It'll go way beyond that. How did they know? Because they know that there's no way the economy's not in a position to raise rates. You got trade deficits, budget deficits, labor participation problems. You got negative disposable income crisis. You got national debt crisis, wage crisis, inverted yield curves, valuations that are nuts, insane. You got 70 million people receiving Social Security. 300,000 a month are retiring. 28 million retired in just one quarter. One quarter. He can't address the retirement crisis. This is one of the biggest problems we have that's going to take down this economy. But he never addresses it, does he? So all he did yesterday is covered himself with the mandate. He reminded everybody about the mandate. Well, I'll cut, but remember, not until I fill up 11 million jobs. And remember the other mandate. He reminded us of the other mandate. Stability in pricing. How the hell are you going to have stability in pricing? Are you kidding? We can't even deliver the stuff off the boats into the port. Prices going up so much. How are you going to have stability when coffee's up 101%? How are you going to have stability? He knows it's impossible. This was one big lie, and the market shows it. The market shows it today. So what you should do is join our gang for 10 days so that you will never have to worry about this nonsense. Because whatever stocks you're in, whatever group of stocks you're in, you're always going to be right. Why? Because when the market starts going against you like today, imagine this morning, NASDAQ was up big time, market up big time, and then turned around and dropped, and people were getting crushed because you're told buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip. We didn't buy on any dip. The only dip we buy on is when the cash flow is positive. You buy on a dip. But you never buy on a dip with negative cash flow. And that's what everybody was buying last week, and they're all getting killed. We're not. Why don't you just try it for 10 days? It's free. And just give us a chance to identify for you what shorting a stock is. It's so easy. If you can put a light switch on in your bathroom or your bedroom or wherever, you certainly can short. There's no difference. It's easy. It's easy. The insider selling that's going on in this country right now is we've never seen anything like this. Never seen anything like this, the insider. They're dumping left and right. And they turn around and lie. Yeah. They turn around. Kramer and the rest of them all lie. Tell us, oh, don't worry about it. All it has to do with 10b5-1. These are all scheduled sales for their retirement. Oh, really? I don't think so. That's not how it works. So, the stocks that were going to get killed are going to be the big tech stocks. And I said that the big tech stocks are going to take this market down, and China. And I said that back on January 16, 2018, when I predicted then that was the start of the crash. Listen.
I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grande said, on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. The crash will be caused by China, the FANG stocks, and I believe we are going to get at least a 5.
So that was in 2018. I explained to everybody then. I said it takes a long time before a crash occurs, especially now back then because they were propping the market up with quantitative easing, zero rates. Look how many years they did it, 13 years. But back then I said, I'm going to tell you, it's starting now. It's going to take time, but the crash is starting. And watch the big tech stocks because those are the stocks that are going to take this whole market down and going to take this economy down. But you don't have to go down. Just short them. We'll show you how to short it. Very easy. Very simple. And when you join a gang for the first 10 days, you get the color-coded chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add. But guess what? If you're busy and you're working, you don't have time, then just at nighttime you go home after you have supper, go to your computer, go into the stock portfolio of our actual investments, our stocks that we're in, and follow what Steve says to do. How hard can that be? It isn't. And you'll be always be in the right position. You know, if all you did, and I tell my members this all the time, if all you did, used our color-coded chart, and all you did was buy and sell short the spiders, buy and sell short the big tech ETF, XLK, that has all the big tech stocks all in one group. I said, if you don't do anything else, do you know what your returns would be? Because you'll always be right. What do I mean by always right? Does that mean every trade you make money? No. Always right means that you'll always be following the flow of the selling. You'll always be following the flow of the buying. That's not what happened yesterday. See, that's not what happened yesterday and now today. They went against the flow. They went against the flow. When Payne said...
But I got a feeling that this last hour trading is going to be gangbusters.
He was going against the trend. Look all the people he hurt. It's probably the same people he hurt back here right before the May 2020 crash. I'm sorry, March 2020 crash. This is what he said right before it.
Our economy is surging along. It's surging.
And then Varney, right before it crashed.
I think we do have a rocket ship economy.
Really? And the market crashed. These people, they're cheerleaders. That's all they are. Their job is to get you, really just get you feeling so good. To buy all the time. Look, the money supply problem we're having. How can he say 7 rate cuts over 3 years is going to fix the money supply problem? 157 months. Are you kidding me? They printed $51 trillion, which destroyed the value of our dollar. 11 trillion of that 51 trillion had a 336% increase. A 336% of that 51 trillion or 11 trillion came in the last 18 months to prop this market up. That's all inflationary. And yesterday, they're going to fight inflation by raising rates over 3 years? 7 times? We used to do 7 times a day. This is insane. Join my gang tonight, free for 10 days, and you'll say, why didn't I do that before? Learn how to sell short. At least understand it. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.